Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry about that if you just watched my last video. I'm Aubrey and this is Wildly Ambitious. This is day 5 of my 30-day challenge, and the last video I had to cut a little bit short because there was just some weird looking stuff going on in my neighborhood I had to check out. So I'm going to continue the video, pick up right where I left off. I started talking about the Queens of the Stone Age album, Like Clockwork. If you don't know who they are, I'm here to let you know. Right here from the middle of the desert, Queens of the Stone Age. But no, that's their newest album, Like Clockwork. It came out in 2014. It was the year I graduated high school, so it was actually a really big deal for me. Queens of the Stone Age has always been one of my favorite bands, and growing up, that was actually my first concert. Was when they were when they remastered their whole first self-titled album. And that was really cool because it was, you know, fun and nostalgic for them while they were in production of this newer one. They redid their first one, so it was a really cool experience. Then they came out with Like Clockwork, and it's the kind of album that grows on you over time. You know, they call it that for a reason. It was like every little thing they were doing was like something go wrong, and they had this inside joke that was like clockwork, man. But yeah, right after the singer, the front man, Josh Homme, he had, I forget exactly, some kind of surgery that went wrong that ended up being, I'll say a near-death experience, but I think he was actually clinically pronounced dead for like a couple minutes. And that's, I don't want to say that's typical, but it happens, you know. And you can really tell that with every part of that, the people that put in work on it, there's some pretty big names, like Dave Grohl was in it, Elton John. I mean, the other guitarist is Troy Van Leeuwen from A Perfect Circle. There's all kinds of crazy names in the Queens, and once you're in the band, you're never officially out. They've got a whole rotating cast of interesting folks over there. But yeah, I did a review of that, and you can check it out if you want. I was just kind of here to hype it up for a minute. And while I'm on that train of thought, talking about other people's artistic creations within my own, now that I'm here on YouTube, somebody else that you should check out if you're into that kind of thing, his name's Ralph Smart. He, I think his channel's called Infinite Waters, in parentheses is Diving Deep, or it might be the other way around. And the only reason I'm talking about that guy, he seems like a great guy. I've never met him or anything, but his channel, it seems to have helped a lot of people, inspire them to become greater. He talks a lot about becoming your greatest version, and you know, I've watched a lot of his videos. He seems like he actually knows what he's talking about. He seems to be like a psychologist and doing all kinds of stuff. He's been on YouTube for years, and once again, check him out if you haven't. You know, he might not be for everyone. He talks a lot about like being a vegan and that whole spirit science thing. If you're into that, he studied it pretty extensively, and I've actually learned quite a bit from it. I'm talking about him because well, I think he actually did have a big part to do with me starting to do this YouTube thing. Like a lot of things he talks about is really like motivational, inspiring you to do this or that. Just, he's very open and honest about the things he talks about, and that's just something I'd like to emulate a little bit. Not necessarily that I want to copy him or do the same thing. I'm going to talk about things that are a little bit different, even though some of the topics might overlap. And I was kind of just giving him a shout out there, you know, you gotta pay your dues and all that. And I'm not really talking about anything specific, so that's just something that that I enjoy and take part in most of the time. His videos, it seems like he goes out there before breakfast, like he says in his videos, we ain't even had breakfast yet. And I know how that goes, because I can't afford no breakfast, you dig? Well, either way, he talks about a lot, and it's a good channel. Over time, you know, like I said, I don't want to copy him and do what he's doing. This is my own thing that I have very different reasons for doing. Maybe not very different. Everybody has their own reasons for what they do, but it seems to come down to some pretty basic things that I could go into detail about, but I'll save that for another day after maybe I'll get some note cards and like actually put together a presentation for you, make it a little bit more interesting than just me and my little pseudo video diary thing here. But once again, this is part 2 of day 5 of my 30-day challenge. I had to cut the last one off because I saw some weird stuff going on that I couldn't just ignore. And you know, anybody who watched this today, thank you. I appreciate the time that you've taken out of your day to take part of mine. Tune in tomorrow. Oh, once again, happy Halloween. Today is October 31st, and it's a Monday, so I don't think anything real exciting is going on, but in case it is, I'll see you there, and have a wonderful day.